Hello friends, welcome to Building Web App YouTube channel. Today we are going to see how to make an API call and then how to display the data to the front-end view template and uh, how to make an add user using a model. Here I have used a model. So here we can bind the data. Uh, these are the things we are going to see today. So let's get into the video. So this is my project. As you can see here, I have a folder CRUD. So in that CRUD operation, so this is the HTML file, the TypeScript file. Okay, I'm using Bootstrap, the table part, the model part. Okay, and this is the add button. These are the things you can see in the browser. So yeah, first of all, you can see the data is visible in the browser, the table. So while refreshing the browser, I'm getting the data. You can see the data from 1 to 10. Okay, so how this is been done in Angular sounding. Yep. I'm using fake store API. Okay, to get all users, I'm using this API. Okay, so first of all, we need to create a service in class 7. So I already created a service, and here in this code I have the textstore API, which we are going to call. Then this is the method, get all user method. So this method is going to get all the data from the API server URL. Okay, so to use this URL, we need to inject this HTTP client. Okay, so with this HTTP only, we can make a get or post as well as fetch method. Okay, so after calling this method, created this service method, it method, we need to uh, go to the CRUD ts file. So here have created the method post user. Here in this method, I have used the service. So you can see I have injected the service API service in this file, CRUD.ts file. Then I'm accessing the method get all user. So I'm subscribing to the method get all user method. So which in turn gives the response. So I have write a console statement here. Then I'm assigning the response to the show users list array. Okay, so get all users method. So from where I'm calling this method means you can see this HTML template. Okay, so get all users method will be called once the components load. So whenever this component loads, ng on it, first of all constructor will be called, then ng on it hooks will be called. So while this hook is getting called, get all users method will be called. So this get all user method will make an API call via the service, so which in turn returns the data back to the get all users method. Okay, so finally we can see the response in the console, as well as we are assigning the response to the users list array. Okay, so you can see the browser, and I'm trying to load this and make an API call. So at line number 50, I'm getting the response. Okay, as well as you can see the network tab. Here we are getting the response. So I make an API call to the pexstoreapi.com/user, which is the request method is get. So I am making an API call and getting the response. So this response I'm printing it on the console. Okay, so these are the data I'm getting from the Pexstore API. After that, I need to bind this data to the view template so we can show it to the user. Okay, so moving to the VS Code, here you can see the HTML part, okay, HTML file. Here I have already told I'm storing the response in user, so users list. So I'm getting an array of objects. So an array of object. Okay, I need to iterate the object. So I'm using for loop. This is the latest version. Okay, at for earlier we had star ng for. Right now Angular recommend this at for. Okay, so I'm looping the array of objects. Okay, so in the object I have, so the first object I have binded the username, right? So okay, so this is the username. Okay, so I have used string interpolation statement in string interpolation. Okay, so while iterating I have used item dot username. So this data will be binded here. So in the next next column we have first name, right? So first name is present in name dot first name. Okay, in interpolation I have used item dot name dot first name, like that. Okay, so this is the way you can bind the data which we have got from the API, and I think it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, then I'm moving to add user form. Okay, so when I click add user, a model pops up. Okay, here I'm going to get the data from the client and pass it to the Pexstore API. Okay, so here I'm using fake filler, which is a Google Chrome extension. When I click this fake filler, it auto populates some data. Okay, so when I click the save changes button, so this will going to make an API call, right? Okay, I will send this data to the particular API. Okay, so the request method will be here is post. When I click save changes, as you can see, I am pausing this data at line number 64. I am pausing this data. So after this data is being paused and I am getting a successful response at line number 68. Okay, as ID 1. As well as you can see in the network tab, the header tab, you can see the request method as post and the request URL is Pexstore API. Okay, slash users. So this is the payload. This is the data which I have sent, right? Okay, and the response which we got from the API. So how this part is done? Okay, we can see the TypeScript file. Okay, so first of all, we need to collect the data from the user, right? So here in this model, okay, I have user form. In TS file, you can see I have created the form group. Okay, this is reactive form. Whenever you have you are using this, you need to import reactive forms. Okay, here I have initialized all the uh, all the variable names. Okay, then in HTML part I have given control. So whenever you use reactive forms model, you need to give form control name to the respective input fields. Okay, then only if the user enter data in the input box, we can capture that and pass it to the form group. Okay. Okay, this form. Fine. In HTML, after we after user entered the uh, inputs, here we can see uh, save changes button, right? Here only the API call is made. So going to this post user method, so in ts file, whenever the user click that save changes button, here this save changes button, so this method will be called. Here it will validate if the form is valid or not. Okay, then you can see in line number 64, user form dot value, right? Line number 64, this is the user form dot value. This is the data we have captured, right? Then in line number 68, we have got the response, right? Line number 68, we have got a response as an ID is created. Okay, so here we have used the service. Okay, right? Service. In that service we have used the we have created post user method. So which this method will collect the data as a object from the TypeScript file. Okay, the TypeScript file, you're passing this user form dot value data to this post user method. So as a parameter, okay, which in turns passes the object to the URL, Xstory API URL. Okay, here we are passing that object, which in turn returns the response back to the TypeScript file at line number 8, which we have consoled here. So these are the uh, two request method which I have discussed with you. If in case if you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. And if you need something or some unknown concept in Angular 17, you can also comment that in the comment box. Okay, and thanks for watching this video, and please do subscribe to my channel and share this as much as possible. Thank you.